Giannis Antetokounmpo would be a game changer on the Warriors. Steph, Giannis, are they guaranteed to get to the finals? Are they final favorites with that? It would be a dream pairing. We've heard the rumors for a couple years now. It's always been in fantasy land. I'm telling you right now, this episode is a fantasy land because Paul Pierce said the only way the Warriors will get back to the finals is if they trade for Giannis. How would that happen? Well, it's not easy. There's ways, but based off of the Warriors' salary cap, based off of the draft picks they have, it's extremely hard. So I'm going to break down how that trade would work and why are we doing it? Because Paul Pierce was on the podcast. He said, as I just said, Warriors need Giannis to get back to the finals. Steph is locked into Golden State, and if he doesn't leave, he's not getting another finals. He's not winning another finals. He needs another star player, and he said Giannis is the perfect fit. Paul Pierce, yes, he's an NBA Hall of Famer. Yes, he's around the NBA. He maybe has insiders. He said there's no insider information here. This is his own opinion. So do not go saying this is clickbait. I'm telling you right now, this is hearsay conversation that we're doing for fun. We're in the offseason. How would the Warriors get Giannis? I'm telling you right now, I'm going to break it down for you. It's extremely, extremely tough. Randy Silver here on Warriors Digest. We're about 40 fans away from 6,000 subscribers. Thank you to all the new and old fans. Please subscribe if you're not here. If you want Warriors Digest Daily, everything around Warriors news, I have it for you. So let's break this down. So using Fanspo, thanks to them, their website is free. You can do a trade simulator. You can see I got the Warriors on the left, Giannis on the right, or Bucks on the right. So if I want to get Giannis from the Bucks, I want to go ahead and hit trade the Warriors. And then who are we going to have to give up? Well, you know it's going to be first-round picks. And remember, you can't not have a first-round pick in multiple years. So this will tell me if things are wrong or right. So Mikal Bridges was what? 4 or 5 first-round picks. DeJounte Murray was a couple first-round picks. You're going to think Giannis is at least 4 or 5. So let's just try to give up all our first-round picks. So if I give up my first-round pick in 2031, I'm protected, trade the Bucks. 2029, trade the Bucks. 2027, trade the Bucks. In 2025. So we're giving up 4 first-round picks. But because of we're hard capped at the first apron, we have to give up players as well to meet the salary. So we have to give up $40 million worth of salary. So you're thinking they probably want to still try to compete now, which means Wiggins to kind of play the same position to a degree. So that's $28 million. You're thinking expiring contracts. They probably want a young player as well. So you're thinking Kuminga kind of play the same position to a degree. I know Giannis is maybe more of a power forward. That's where they have Kuminga at sometimes. But he's more of a 3 to me. Maybe they want to give Moody. They want Moody as well. 2 young players plus draft picks. They're pretty much in rebuilding mode. We're $10 million away. And then an expiring contract and Looney. So that puts you pretty much right there at the $48 million. So this would work in terms of money. Now let's see how it works. Try, trade. Failed. Why did this fail? Consecutive draft years of 29, 2030 would be missing a first-round pick. So they're saying that we can't trade a first-round pick that would make it consecutive. In terms of the wins, they actually say the Bucks would lose 5 wins by this, but again, they're going for the future, trying to not win now. Warriors gained 5 wins. So we got to try to make this work. So we got to get rid of the 29 or 30 first-round pick. So you can kind of see what NBA front offices have to do. So let's get rid of the 2029 first-round pick. Let's hit try trade. Failed. Consecutive draft years 2030, 2031, we're missing a first-round pick. So we got to try this again. Let's go back. So we got to get rid of 2031. And let's go back and give up the 2029. Trade the Bucks. Success. So if we wanted to trade for Giannis and make Paul Pierce vision a reality and a lot of Warriors fans a vision, you'd have to give up 2 first-round picks, 2025, 2027, a second-round pick in 2029, plus potentially a franchise cornerstone in Kuminga, potentially a very good player if he gets more playing time than Moody. Looney on the expiring contract, who they could use as a backup, and obviously plays a little bit the same position inside as Giannis. And then Wiggins, a wing player who can be versatile like Giannis. And then we get Giannis for what? 4 years at $48 million. Of course, it goes up. So this could be a trade that works. If you make this trade, let's close it. And this is your roster. You got 14 spots, and you have lowered your salary cap by about $1 million. Now you could sign Quinten Post, which is unsigned. So this actually may help you a bit overall in that sense, if you want to do that. Now, again, they may say we need more first-round picks. It can't just be 2 first-round picks, even though you got basically a first-round pick in Kuminga. I want to say Moody was a first-round pick. I think so. He was like 14th, 15th, if I remember correctly. Excuse my not remembering right there. But say they don't want this. This needs to be a first-round pick. Let's try this again. 2029 first-round pick. Will this work? Trade the Bucks. Let's try the trade. No. So based off of the trades we can do, if you look at the first-round picks, we can only give 2 first-round picks. Even if I do the 26, now look, if I do 26 first-round pick, that one works. So here you go. Now we're giving up 4 first-round picks and 4 players. 25 first round, 26 first round, 27 first round, 29 first round. But the reason why it works, consecutive draft years 25 and 26 would be missing a first round pick. The pick for 25 may be traded away on draft day after the team officially makes their selection. So we can do this with knowing that we would give them their player. But this means that actually this trade could not happen until the 2025 draft. So we would not have them this year. The trade could be legal, but you'd have to have the player. So we could not actually make this trade right now. The trade would be successful, but you have to wait. And then they have the option to extend Kuminga, Moody, potentially Looney next year, and they get everything. Now, this may be a bit unrealistic. Again, I don't think we're going to be able to make that trade. And with Doc Rivers, I'm pretty sure they're in a win-now mode. Bucks aren't trying to give up Giannis, especially because they have Lillard for $40 million, 3 years left. Now, Chris Middleton, again, could be a potential. He's a bit older, yes, 33 years old, but he's a proven scorer, can be a second player. Can he stay healthy? So if you do Middleton, $31 million, maybe, again, they want a younger player. We're not giving up Kuminga or Podziemski, but we'll give up Moody, Wiggins. So now they're kind of getting a like-for-like player to the degree. You know, we're giving up some defense for better offense. And then, if you look, maybe they want also a draft pick. But let's just try this first. Failed. Bucks are unable to complete this trade since they are over the second apron. They were only able to take back 100% of the salary they were sending out. So if you see here, $31 million, this equals $32 million. So their Bucks are gaining $400,000 salary. They cannot make that happen. We have to take away some trade there. So you could not just do Wiggins and Moody straight up. So if we get rid of Moody, maybe they want then, if it can't be Moody, then you know what? I'm not really sure who. Maybe it's GP2. I don't think it would, but maybe they want a little bit back up to Damian Lillard on the defense. $35 million outgoing. So again, not going to work here because it puts them over the cap. So this is the type of stuff, again, you just have to be aware of when these trades be like, oh, do this for that. Like, no, there's rules that come into this stuff. So if we undo the trade altogether, how do we get Chris Middleton? $31 million, trade the Warriors. You're thinking, you know what, maybe They just got Anderson for 3 years. They could play the same position. Trade the Bucks, so that's $8 million. Maybe then we want someone younger at Moody at $5 million. So that puts you at outgoing $31 million, outgoing $14 million. So is there someone for $15 million on this roster? Not really. You got DeAnthony Melton. You know what? Maybe you got to give away 3 players. They want a more well-rounded roster like the Warriors are trying to do. Failed. And you can't do it because what? We just traded for Anderson. We traded for Melton. We're hard capped. Can't take more money. So it's tough. Again, this is why making a trade is not as easy as snapping a finger. It would be nice. Maybe if you, Brook Lopez, again, we want a bigger guy in the paint, somebody who can shoot threes. In this case, you know what? He probably takes Looney's position if they want more of a stalwart there in defense. So you got Looney, $8 million, $23 million. We need $15 million. And again, it can't be someone we just traded for. Then at this point, maybe it's probably Moody. Again, trying to get a bit younger as well. And let's say you will throw in a second-round draft pick in 2028. Atlanta may not be good then. How would that work? Failed. Because we're hard capped and we're taking in more salary than we can get. So it's not that easy. You see $13 million here, $23 million here. How do we get another $9 million? Then in this case, actually, then you could do, if you needed to, where's GP2? Gary Payton II. Trade the Bucks. Try trade. And that's success. So if you wanted to get a center from the Bucks, and it's something I know people talk about, Gary, Looney, Moody, and the second-round pick. You probably could lose that second-round pick if you wanted to. So 3 players for 1. We gained $66,000 in salary, so this doesn't really help you sign Quinten Post, but you're getting someone in the center. So maybe at the middle of the season, Bucks aren't doing that good. They will be in the East with 2 players if they stay healthy, and Lillard and Giannis. Ideally, of course, maybe we need a stalwart. You could try to do that. You're going to lose some depth in terms of losing Moody and Payton. And Looney, probably not playing that much, you would think, if he's getting traded, even though he's our backup center right now. So long story short, yes, it would be amazing to have Giannis. Paul Pierce, I agree with you. He would be a game changer. That's why it makes sense in theory. But when you try to do it in practice, it'd be extremely hard to make that happen. For one, the salary that Giannis is on to make that fit because we're hard capped at the first apron. And 2, because of the amount of players and draft picks you have to give up, probably would be a detriment to the team. You want to have as much depth. And yes, having 2-star players maybe puts you over the top, but you really need to be a well-rounded team to be successful. So comment your thoughts. Do you think this is good? Do you think this is bad? Of course, let me know your thoughts. And subscribe to Warriors Digest. Help us hit 6,000. Bye, y'all.